Instead of saying, I'm damaged, I'm broken, I have trust issues. Say, I'm healing, I'm rediscovering myself, and I'm starting over. Horatio Jones said that statement. Today I will discuss with you why I am passionate about what I do, the challenges I have overcome, and why I am the best person for this job. So why I am passionate about what I do. My mother. My mother is my main motivator. She is an amazing woman, and she runs something called Valiant Women, which is where I want to work eventually. It is a Christian women ministry. She focuses mostly on weight loss, but there's other areas that I would like to focus on. A reason that I'm passionate about doing this is because I have been in abusive relationships before. It all started when I was about 15 years old. I got in a relationship with a guy who was very aggressive and very mean towards me. I remember one time him getting so mad while driving his truck with me in it that he drove 100 miles per hour towards a wall only to turn just before hitting it. And then I got out of that relationship just to get back into another one. Another abusive relationship with a guy named Caleb. I lived with him for 2 years where I faced not only emotional abuse, mental abuse, but physical abuse as well. But where I am now is so much greater than where I was in those relationships. So the next thing I want to talk about is the challenges I've overcome. So schooling was a big challenge for me, deciding what I wanted to be when I grew up. I originally wasn't very sure. My dad had always wanted me to go into nursing school, and I always thought that wasn't something that I wanted to do for myself. And then I got my CNA just for the points in order to get into a different program and decided I did want to be a nurse. So I did nursing school for about a year, and that was going on while I was in the relationship that was abusive. And I ended up flunking out. So that made me relook at my life and see where I really wanted to go with my life. I then changed majors, went back to ICC, and decided to enroll in a psychology program. A couple weeks back, I went out of state to Indiana with a friend to find out that, or to go to a Beachbody conference with her. And I wasn't really sure why I was there because I am not a Beachbody coach whatsoever. I was just going for the vacation. So I sat there and I prayed to God and I asked, why am I here, Lord? What is my purpose? And I heard him telling me that I need to go work with my mother. That's what I need to do. And the crazy thing about that is, a couple weeks back, my mother had said something about me working with her, and I had already made up my mind that that is not what I wanted to do whatsoever. And for that one instance, for him to talk to me and tell me that that's what I need to do, I decided that's what I needed to do. So I'm now enrolled in Liberty, and I plan on getting my bachelor's in Christian life coaching after I graduate in December with my associates in psychology. My relationship with God is stronger because of the abuse that I went through. I know him so much better. I know that I went through those things for a reason. My first abusive relationship, that family did not know God, and I brought my boyfriend to church with me, and he leaned over to me one day and said that he hated it there. And I didn't say anything to him. I just prayed to God, and I said, God, show him what you show me. Show him how much love you have for us. And I never told him how I felt. And after the sermon was over, he walked straight up to the pastor and asked how to become a believer. I bawled my eyes out because if that's not God, I don't know what is. So why am I the best person for this job? God brought me here. He is the whole reason that I am even deciding to do this. Another thing is my speaking abilities. I did speech throughout high school. I love doing communications classes. I plan on minoring in communications. I just love talking to people. I love helping people. I feel like that's where I can help out. Another good thing I'm good at is event planning. I feel like I can really work my event planning skills into this job. Another thing I do on the side is I run a photography business. I've had 3 years of classes in photography, but then I've run my photography business for the last 7 years and it's done pretty well. And I feel like that's another thing that I could add into this program. The last thing that I feel I am good for this job, why I'm good for this job, is I plan on eventually writing a book about the abuse that I went through to hopefully help mentor other women and inspire them to get out of the situations that they're in and know that they can overcome them even if they are out of them. But I want them to have a strong relationship with God because of it. So today I've told you why I'm passionate about what I do, the challenges I've overcome, and why I am the best person for this job. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understandings. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight."